History doesn't change loudly. It changes quietly, in rooms where no one is paying attention. A small company once walked into a meeting with the biggest name in entertainment. They weren't begging. They weren't desperate. They made an offer. The response wasn't anger. It wasn't negotiation. It was laughter. Years later, that laughter would cost billions. But that day, it felt like victory. The world before everything changed. The year was 1997. The internet was growing, but no one really knew what it would become. Some called it a trend. Some called it a toy. In that uncertainty, two men were searching for an idea, Reed Hastings and Mark Randolph. Ideas came daily, selling pet food online, selling baseball bats online, selling anything that could fit in a box. But Reed Hastings wasn't impressed. He kept shutting ideas down because Reed wasn't looking for a product. He was looking for behavior. He asked the same question every time. Will people come once, or will they come back again and again? Reed didn't want customers. He wanted loyalty. Entertainment, the old way. Back then, entertainment was simple. You went to a store. You rented a tape. You rushed to return it. Blockbuster owned weekends, bright lights, long shelves, and one silent threat hanging in the air. Return it late and pay the fine. When it became personal, then one small moment changed everything. Reed Hastings returned a tape late, not weeks late, not intentionally, just late. The charge? $40. It wasn't about the money, it was the frustration, the feeling of being punished for enjoying something. That irritation didn't fade. It turned into a question, a dangerous question. What if this entire system is broken? What if customers shouldn't be punished at all? Dangerous thoughts create dangerous ideas. Reed started thinking about the internet. What if movies could be rented online? What if they could be delivered to your home? Reality hits hard. The idea sounded exciting. The execution was brutal. Video cassettes were heavy. Shipping was expensive. Breakage meant loss. One bad delivery could wipe out all profit. The idea looked dead on arrival. The moment no one noticed. Then came something small. Something almost forgettable. A tech magazine, a short article. 3 simple words: DVD technology, lightweight, compact, cheap to ship. Reed stopped reading. This wasn't an upgrade. This was an opening. A plan that shouldn't have worked: DVDs mailed directly to homes. A prepaid envelope for returns. No late fees, no pressure, no punishment. Just trust. The industry said trust was dangerous. Reed believed the opposite. The ugly beginning. There was no funding, no big office, no luxury, just folding tables, secondhand furniture, and a few people willing to bet everything on an idea most people would laugh at. Launch day arrived, 9 a.m. A small bell sat inside the office. It would ring for every order. The room was silent. No one spoke. No one moved. Then, ding. That sound didn't mean success. It meant the beginning of a fight no one was ready for, because soon this idea would reach the most powerful company in entertainment. And they would laugh. The bell rang again, then again, and again. At first, no one celebrated. They were too scared to believe it. Orders were coming in, real people, real money. By the end of the day, 137 orders had been placed. For a company that almost didn't exist, this wasn't just good. It was shocking, but success exposed a new problem. The website started crashing. Servers couldn't handle the traffic. Orders were being lost. Not because people didn't want the product, but because the system wasn't ready. Growth came faster than preparation. A dangerous realization. Then the numbers told an uncomfortable truth. People weren't renting DVDs, they were buying them. Netflix had given 2 options: buy a DVD for $25 or rent it for $4. Most customers chose ownership. It looked like success, but it was the wrong kind. Reed and Mark didn't want to sell DVDs. Selling meant one-time profit. Renting meant repeat behavior. They wanted customers to come back, again and again, but the market wasn't listening yet. The call that changed the room. Then one afternoon, the phone rang. It was Amazon. Jeff Bezos had already conquered books. Now he was looking at DVDs. Amazon wanted in. They wanted to buy DVDs, sell them at scale, dominate another category. For a moment, the offer was tempting. Amazon had money, infrastructure, power, but the vision didn't match. Amazon wanted transactions. Netflix wanted relationships. So Reed and Mark said no. They chose the harder road, desperate moves. Growth slowed. Money tightened. Netflix needed customers, fast. They launched a promotion, 10 DVDs for free. It sounded brilliant. It wasn't. The coupon was placed on the outside of DVD player boxes. Anyone could grab it, even without buying a player. People took the DVDs and never came back. Losses piled up. Morale dropped. The company was bleeding. Chaos creates opportunity. Then something unexpected happened. America froze. A political scandal exploded. Court hearings. Endless news coverage. People wanted one thing, to watch the footage. And Netflix had the system ready. Subscriptions began to rise. Not rentals, subscriptions. Customers weren't paying per DVD anymore. They were paying for access, for freedom, for no late fees. This wasn't planned, but it worked. The model that finally clicked: no late fees, monthly subscription, unlimited rentals. The very thing Blockbuster relied on, late fees, Netflix eliminated. Customers noticed, and they stayed. The giant that didn't move. Blockbuster saw Netflix and dismissed it. Why worry about a small internet company when physical stores were still printing money? Late fees alone made $800 million a year. Why change something that worked? That question would become fatal. The meeting that history remembers. Reed and Mark requested a meeting. Blockbuster agreed. They sat across the table from the most powerful company in entertainment. They didn't ask for mercy. They made an offer, $50 million. The room went quiet. Then the Blockbuster CEO laughed, not nervously, not politely, loudly. The meeting ended. Netflix walked out with nothing. But what Blockbuster didn't realize was this: they had just laughed at the future. Netflix was still bleeding money, still small, still fragile. Blockbuster walked away confident. But while one company laughed, the other started preparing for something far bigger than DVDs, something that would erase physical stores forever. Because the next move Netflix was about to make wouldn't just compete with Blockbuster, it would make them irrelevant. Blockbuster walked away laughing. Netflix walked away bleeding. But something had changed. Netflix had stopped thinking about DVDs. They were thinking about what comes after. The quiet shift: internet speeds were improving, slowly, unreliably. Most companies ignored it. Netflix didn't. They asked a dangerous question. What if people never needed DVDs at all? No shipping, no waiting, no returns. Just click and play. Birth of streaming. In 2007, Netflix made its move. They launched streaming, not perfect, not fast, not popular, but it worked. People could watch movies instantly, from home, on their schedule. No late fees, no pressure, freedom. Blockbuster panics. Too late. Blockbuster noticed. Suddenly, they rushed to copy Netflix. They removed late fees. They launched online rentals. But panic leads to bad decisions. Removing late fees killed their biggest profit engine. Physical stores became liabilities. Costs stayed high. Customers didn't return. The giant was trapped in its own size. The collapsed stores began shutting down. Thousands of employees were laid off. Blockbuster filed for bankruptcy. The same company that laughed now disappeared. Netflix doesn't stop. Netflix didn't celebrate. They evolved again. Streaming wasn't enough. They realized something terrifying. If they didn't own content, someone else always would. So they bet everything on original shows. The biggest risk: house of cards. Stranger Things, Narcos, The Crown. Nobody believed a tech company could create culture. Netflix proved them wrong. They weren't renting entertainment anymore. They were defining it. The real lesson. Blockbuster didn't die because Netflix was smarter. They died because they were comfortable. They confused dominance with safety. They confused profit with permanence. Netflix stayed scared, and fear made them move. The truth. No one likes success doesn't warn you before it leaves. It fades quietly while you're busy protecting what already works. The future never announces itself. It shows up small, unprofitable, easy to laugh at. So here's the real question. What are you laughing at today? A new idea? A new platform? A change you don't understand? Because history is clear about one thing. The biggest failures aren't caused by bad decisions. They're caused by delayed decisions. If this story made you pause, like it. If you don't want to miss the next shift before it happens, like, subscribe, and comment this one word, move, because the future doesn't wait. It replaces.